to the university, Shanecia, at least, did you know what the tuition would look like?
No, I just wanted to apply and go to university, to be honest.
Broke and uncertain, but her desire, faith, and discipline transform her narrative. Miss Shanecia Brown is ready to share her story. It is a story like no other.
Welcome to Lived Experiences with Nadz and Shuga. Hi. Yes, we're here with our very amazing guest, Miss Shanecia Brown. She's an amazing friend of mine. She is
a colleague of mine, actually.
Yes, she's very driven. She knows what she wants. She's always going after her dreams. And those are some of the things I admire most about her. She is our VIP guest. She is the first guest on Lived Experiences with Nadz and Shuga. And it's such a privilege
at that.
Yeah, so it's really a privilege to have her here. Welcome, Shanecia.
Thank you guys for having me.
Okay, no problem. It's a pleasure having you here. So Shanecia is here. She's a soon-to-be graduate of the University of the West Indies. And she's here to tell us a little about her story of how she financed her tertiary education. All right. So I know that we get right into it. I know that you left from Cambridge High School. You went to Herbert Marcy Sixth Form where we met. And then you moved on to, so in 2018, you applied for the University of the West Indies, if I am getting those dates correct. And then by 2018, September, you are sitting in a lecture room at the University of the West Indies. You didn't take a gap year, which usually some persons would take to earn some money to start the journey. Did you know where the money was going to come from to start this new journey of yours? Okay, so you never knew where the money is coming from. So you basically
when you applied to the university, Shanecia, at least, did you know what the tuition would look like?
No, I just wanted to apply and go to university, to be honest.
Okay, so you basically went in blindly. You took a leap of faith. You decided it's a dream of yours and you want. And so many of us have done it as well. I have done it. I never knew what the cost would have been either when I decided to apply. But you don't know what you were going to pay, right? What then this allowed you to push forward? Okay, I'm still going to do this. I don't know what it's about. I don't know exactly what is going to happen. I don't have the money. What was the deciding factor to say, okay, I'm gonna do it even though I don't have the money?
Well, to be honest, I've always had this inner drive. I don't know where I get it from. So I just had my mindset on going to university, especially being the first of my family and of my siblings as well. And I just said, I am going to university, no matter what the cost. Regardless of the obstacles that stood in my way, I kept pushing towards going to university. I didn't even know Kingston or where the university was located.
Oh, okay.
So was the University of the West Indies the only university you had applied to?
Yes, it was. Definitely.
Okay.
Is there a reason?
Okay, so at first, I've always had this thing of applying for one option because I had this thing saying that may I go get through. You understand? So like even applying for sixth form, my mother was like, don't go over, come see, because you're going to waste money and all of that. I didn't apply for come see. I only applied for Herbert
one position and one position only. Even if they have different options, I always put back the same thing because it's the one option I want and that's what I'm going for.
For it. That's what happened. I didn't apply for any other sixth form, just Herbert Morrison, and I got in. And I didn't apply for any other
university,
just UE. Persons were like, apply for UTech. And then like me and my friends were like, we're going to university in Kingston together. Then
yes, I'm included in that friendship, you know. I'm included in that friendship. We decided we're going to buy a dresser. Shanecia started to pay down for her bed, because we're going to go and who is going to iron and who is going to cook. Anyways, our path did not lead there. We did not get to go together, but we went nonetheless, and that's the beauty of it. Right, but Shanecia, I want to ask you though, you said you never knew where the university was located at the time of applying. You never knew what you were going to pay.
Never knew Kingston either.
You never knew Kingston either. But did you have any idea of the number or the percentage of students who drop out yearly because they're unable to pay their tuition fees?
To be honest, no, I did not.
So have you ever heard anything, as in the news, in the media, about students dropping out of tertiary institutions?
I've heard about students graduating and not getting a job. And in my community, to be honest, I think I'm the first person in my community, the person that I know to go to university. I don't know anybody, so I wouldn't hear about persons dropping out at university or not having the funds to pay for it. Persons just stop at high school and then they would just find a job or they just stay at home. That's mostly what happened.
Okay, all right, fair enough, understood. But there are so many students who have to withdraw from the program because really they don't have the funding. So I wanted to know if you went ahead, even though you didn't have the money and you knew of these statistics, but you said you didn't know, and that's okay. I'm very proud of you, but we'll get to applauding you at the end. I'm really, really proud of you. So you moved into, I know that you had initially wanted to do law, right? And
yes.
But then you didn't get to do law for whatever reason. Law is one of the most expensive programs at the university.
$10,000 US.
Yes, per year. No, you didn't get to do law, but you moved into a cheaper program, which is gender studies. And even though that program is cheaper, it's still expensive. That's what
I really don't like the name cheaper, right? For real.
Right, it's cheaper in comparison.
Less expensive. I would rather use that term.
Right. It's less expensive than the law program, but of course, if you don't have it, you don't know where it's going to come from. It is still very expensive, and we all can attest to that. Definitely. Truly, it's expensive. What do you pay per year for gender studies?
It's like $283,000 or $86,000.
Is that inclusive of miscellaneous, or that's just
yes? It would include miscellaneous. It would include the miscellaneous.
It's inclusive of the miscellaneous fee. Okay.